Welcome back, baseball fans. Hello, I am Suzy. That is Shelby.
I am Shelby. I cannot believe we're already shooting episode 9.
10. We're on episode 10? No, we're on episode 9. I'm dumb.
Yeah, your notes say 9. I'm trusting you. I trust my partner.
You probably shouldn't do that. That's probably not a good idea, Shelby. We should probably not do that. Anyways, so welcome to this week's edition of Bourbon and Baseball, where I, Suzy, will be the only one drinking today because Shelby over there, Shelby did some things.
I'm trying to act like I'm like 21 years old again, and I forget that I'm getting a little older. I decided yesterday at about 10:30 in the morning that I was going to buy tickets to a concert that was in Dallas last night. So literally bought them at 10:30, packed a bag, booked a hotel on the way, and went to a concert.
You're cracking me up. As if you're saying 21 as if that is so totally not close to your age at all.
That's,
you're
I'm
precious.
closer to 30 now. I'm closer to 30 now. I don't even want to think about it. I'm drinking that Bobby Boucher H2O today.
You're closer to 30. Oh my gosh. You're precious, Shelby. See, that is not the correct answer, ma'am. That is not the correct answer because I am much closer to being very, very old than you are to being 30. So, but anyways, Shelby, you get the honors this week of choosing what I drink. So we have Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Lemonade.
Okay, I love the
can.
Yes,
for those that are podcast only, go check out the YouTube because I'm holding up a delightful can of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Lemonade.
The marketing, the can is I like the can. It's very appealing.
Yes. The tiniest airport bottle of Larceny, 92 proof.
You're gonna fucking light on fire as soon as you take it. You're gonna be spitting fire into the microphone.
As per usual, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And let me put this disclaimer on here in case any actual bourbon drinkers come for me. I just like alcohol. I don't actually care what makes it a bourbon versus a whiskey versus a scotch. Don't care.
Really good. Okay. It's fun.
Yeah. And I don't care about the notes of whatever. Don't care. Or I have Wild Turkey American Honey.
Yep. Nope. No Wild Turkey. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna vote that one out immediately.
But it's exceptionally smooth liqueur. Oh my gosh! I'm getting old because I don't know what that says.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
blended with pure honey and bourbon whiskey. Okay, look. Okay, I told Mike the other day that I need my readers. I apparently really do, and it melted enough for me to actually.
Oh, the moonshine.
Yes. So this is Old Smoky Moonshine, Blackberry Moonshine. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. And apparently it is only 40 proof, 20% alcohol volume. And I didn't realize that it didn't have enough, apparently, alcohol because it froze in my freezer.
Oh, wonderful.
But now it defrosted enough. So again, for podcast only people, head over to the YouTube to see the tiniest adorable bottle of moonshine
really
ever.
Cute. Okay, I'm gonna vote moonshine as number 1, and then as number 2, if you're feeling it, it's going back pretty smooth. I think you got to go with the Jack Daniel's lemonade. We're gonna stay on the fruity.
Okay. So we're not doing the airport bottles. Got it.
Yeah,
airport bottles are gonna go over here, and we'll stick them back in the freezer for later on. So we will try the Blackberry Moonshine, Old Smoky, Tennessee Moonshine. We have to shake well. Let's do this. So
yeah, shake it up.
All right. So we're going to take this, and then we're going to talk about some baseball because you know what? That's what the entire podcast is for, and not just to talk about how old or young you are, Shelby, and how old I am. So. That tastes like cough medicine.
Ooh, yum. Mm.
Oh, it tastes.
Yum.
Oh, it tastes like cough medicine. We're not going to do that one again. That was.
I'm sure it's a pretty good remedy. I'm sure.
Oh my God, that is not.
FDA approved or no?
That is not delightful, y'all. I mean, if you like cough syrup, then definitely the Old Smoky Moonshine Blackberry. So we're gonna.
It needs to be like watered down a little bit, you know.
With what?
Water?
More cough syrup?
That's how you water things down, right? Still not great.
It's not delightful.
It's
not delightful.
Wild turkey it is.
We're 0 for 2, Shelby. You're 0 for 2.
Sorry.
That is not delightful.
Not fun.
So wild turkey American honey? Is that what we're doing?
I guess we're going with we're going straight to the dome.
Apparently I can't open the airport bottles after the 2 tiny sips of other alcohol. Anyways. Why don't you start talking about baseball while I try and figure out how to open this without killing myself?
I'm super pumped for this week, but I do need to show you. I'm not gonna. I have a surprise.
You have a surprise. I love surprises.
So, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit until we get into a little playoff talk. But
fine.
Let's hit on just a couple of main topics.
Okay.
For this last season of the last part of the regular season. The first person I'm going to talk about is Dansby Swanson. At the beginning of this week, absolutely destroyed the baseball. Are you struggling still?
It really does not want me.
No, maybe you just need to drink water. I think God is sending you a message. It's a sign. I believe in signs.
Okay, the flying spaghetti monster is not sending me signs to not drink, okay? As the bolt of lightning comes down from the heavens or okay, so water it is.
I hope we get our 20th subscriber, the one where Suzy can't open the smallest bottle of alcohol.
Okay. Y'all, you can't tell me shit right now, Shelby, because we have 21 subscribers on YouTube right now. Thank you very much.
20.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I have alcohol back here that I'm gonna apparently drink. So you talk about Dansby Swanson, and I'm gonna maybe hopefully not take my microphone with me.
You got to get the Weller. Grab the Weller.
I don't want the Weller.
Oh, what? The Weller. That's a trusty one.
W.L. Weller? Is that this is the one that you want?
Yep, you got to go with Weller. Go with the Weller.
Can I at least get some ice cubes?
Yeah, it's totally on the rocks. Get it on the rocks. Weller on the rocks.
I don't know if I trust you. Toby.
Yeah, I was 0 for 2. I was 0 for 2. Don't trust me with the choices.
That is true. Okay. Anyways, talk about Dansby Swanson while I try and open this freaking thing. Talk about Dansby Swanson freaking just murdering baseballs.
So we talked last week about how the Mets rotation is literally built to win the first 2 games of any series because they have 2 of the best pitchers in baseball as their number 1 and number 2, quote unquote. But Dansby Swanson said, screw that. I'm going to hit a home run off of Jacob deGrom. And then I'm going to proceed to hit another home run off of Max Scherzer. And then I'm going to proceed to hit another home run off of Chris Bassett.
Yeah. He said, nah, son, watch this. I
love it. I loved it. It's great. And I've liked Dansby Swanson since he was at Vanderbilt, so I kind of kept up with his career, so that was pretty awesome to see. Let's talk more about the long ball. We had
still couldn't open this. Okay, still could not open this, but I did open the other small airport bottle.
Oh, okay. You know what?
So we are going to be I am just going to be spitting all kinds of fire tonight.
I can't wait for this.
That's not horrible. That's not the best decision I've ever made, though.
When he took a sip, did you get the chills down your body?
Yeah, sure did. Sure did.
So, you're going to be nice and warm as you sip that bottle.
We will not be sipping that bottle. None of these, we are 0 for 4, and none of these choices were good. None of them. Not a one.
Hydro Flask.
The Bobby Boucher H2O it is.
Bobby Boucher H2O. High quality from the glacier.
Yes. Anyhow, let's talk about the long ball.
He did it in Texas. I mean, the Rangers aren't great, and I did have a feeling after he didn't break it in New York that he was going to break it at Globe Life in Arlington. But hats off to you, Aaron Judge, number 62. But I will be okay if I never have to hear Roger Maris Jr. fucking talk about the home run record ever again.
Yes.
Too much.
Or who the clean record belongs to and all of that fun stuff. Like, just stop, Roger Maris. We all know, okay? We know.
Too much on Twitter, like, way too much. But hats off to Aaron Judge. I mean, phenomenal feat. Hitting 62 home runs, obviously, is fantastic. But, we got to see two awesome records get broken this year. We got to see, well, not really a record, but, Albert Pujols hit 700. Which who knows when we'll ever see that again. And then we just watched Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs. So hats off to you, sir.
702. 702.
Oh, he did hit 702 this week. You're right.
702. Well, that I did write down, so that you should trust.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust that.
Yeah, 702. He ends his regular season career with 702 home runs and walks off the field with Yachty and Waino.
The picture, like when I saw the picture that they took of all of them walking off the field, it was one of those like, baseball is beautiful. Like I want that picture and I want to have it autographed and I want to put it in my room. Like I think that is such a cool picture.
Apparently we're traitors, though, Shelby.
Traitors?
Because we like, well, I don't know if we like Albert Pujols, but we're talking about Albert Pujols in a positive light and the Cardinals in the positive light because I've had quite a few Astros Twitter people come to me and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. Like, it's a record that we're never going to see again. Why are you mad? And they're like, it's Albert Pujols, blah, blah, blah. Do you not? And I was like, okay. So we're traitors. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't come for me that hard, but they were just, the eyebrow was raised. If it was the emoji, it would have been like the one eyebrow emoji, like,
yes,
with like the squinty eye, like that's the emoji like they would have been, but it cracked me up. And then I was like, I do remember that whole someone from the Cardinals organization going to prison literally because they stole an actual computer from the Astros. I'm like, oh, I do remember that now. Yeah. And the fact that, Albert was the Astros killer, but that was before my time. So
I just really like the Astros are obviously like my team. That's like my people, but I love baseball. Like I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, and it's really hard to not celebrate this.
Exactly. Because
As a baseball fan,
odds are it probably won't ever happen again.
it's going to be a very long time.
It's going to be a very long time. I mean, Mike Trout, like, we're going to pass the baton to you apparently, and you've got another like 10 years to do it, sir. So
yes,
keep on going. Anyhow, so last episode, I was wondering if it was postseason numbers as well, like if that counted, and it did not. I found that out, and I was like, oh, okay. It's just let me point that out for the other people that were dumb like me that did not realize that just regular season numbers is where it counts. I know this is what I was doing when I should have been doing my homework. See, but that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So, anyways, let's
honestly thinking about the end of the regular season because of postseason baseball now, to be honest.
Those postseason, those wildcard games were wild. I mean, they are aptly named. Aptly named.
I mean, if anybody's watching the YouTube and they're watching me be severely distracted, like, number one, I'm very tired from making a 24-hour trip to Dallas. And also I'm watching this Mets game, and I'm watching the Mets just continue to burn Edwin Diaz. So they put him in the 8th.
That's silly.
So
maybe it's not. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe Edwin Diaz and the Trumpets will light their ass up. Who knows?
Because they put him in the 7th yesterday. What?
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. Okay, but first, I have to give hats off to 2 players, not on the Astros, but they're longtime players that are retiring, and I just thought it was super sweet how they like walked off and walked out of their games and stuff. So Kurt Suzuki, for the catcher for the Angels, ends a 16-year career. 16-year career as a catcher. Are your knees just shot, Kurt Suzuki? Do you just go home and put ice packs on your knees? Like I don't even understand.
Probably
but
grinding bone to bone.
But anyways, he starts the game, catches a strike, and leaves. After Michael Lorenzen just right down, and it was Tony Gwynn that basically stood there, took the pitch, and it was precious. Gave Tony Gwynn a hug, ovations all around, and it was really sweet. And as an Asian person who is watching this game, watching other Asian people in the game, I'm like, oh, look, that's awesome, And so it struck a chord with me. And then the other one that struck a chord with me was Stephen Vogt. And he is the backup catcher, I guess, for the A's, but I'll like the DH as well.
Mm-hmm.
And my best memory of him this year was hitting that 3-run homer, and beating the Yankees when the A's played the Yankees, and him just like high stepping it around the bases. And that stuck in my head. So when this last Friday, maybe Thursday was his last game, his kids went and got to announce him up to bat, and that was like super sweet. Cheers. And before the game, I don't know if it was a social media person or whoever it was following him around, and his kids come down on the field, and he's like instantly transitions from baseball player to dad, and like they don't care because he's dad, and they're all, Dad, we want the bubble gum. Can we have gum? We want the bubble gum. Like didn't care that they were like in the dugout. No, they just wanted the bubble gum, and they're like, and he's like, no, we can't have gum. Like Mom said, you can't have gum. And then after 2 seconds or so, he's like, okay, fine, you can have one piece of gum, but put it in your pocket. Don't chew it in the dugout. Gotta wait till you're back in the stands. And it was super cute. And then his last at bat, home run.
Storybook ending.
And I was like, how can you not be romantic about baseball? That is awesome. I freaking love it. So I had to tip my cap to those two who are retiring and may not have, affiliations with Astros, but baseball, right? So, Juan Soto got caught stealing?
Players' interactions with their children. I'll have to go find that one. I guess
it was super sweet. Like it was really sweet.
On Twitter this week, so I got to catch up.
I'll have to retweet it or send it to you or something. So, anyways,
awards.
Do you want to roll? Yeah, let's roll into awards.
Awards.
Okay.
I was really excited about this until we said. So, a little backstory on awards. So, I get a message from Suzy on Twitter, and it's like, hey, you should totally think about this. Let's talk about this week. Let's do awards. And I was like, awesome. Like, I'm going to think about it. I already know who I'm going to have. I got it all in my head. I'm ready to go. We sit down right before this, and I was like, hey, for our awards, is it like all of MLB or is it the Astros? And she's like, the Astros. And I'm like, well, I did it for the entire league, so I guess you're just going to get the best of both worlds. So you were going to get my award picks for Major League Baseball, and Suzy is going to give you our award categories for the Astros. So
okay, so but now I'm going to just throw a wrench in it, and now I'm going to make you choose an Astro off the cuff as well.
Ooh, okay.
While I also randomly off the cuff choose somebody from the MLB for all of these awards too.
I did choose delightful. Astros off the cuff as soon as you told that. I made my list, so I'm ready to go.
Oh hell. Fine, Shelby, fine. Okay, so mine will just be off the cuff then. Okay, cool. Let's go.
All right. My MVP is Shohei Ohtani. Surprise, everybody. Okay, and I've talked about it. Like Shohei Ohtani's the MVP. He's like a top 10 guy as a pitcher, and then he's a top 10 hitter in the league. How can he not be MVP? Like, the only reason Aaron Judge is going to get it is because people are bitching and complaining that, well, if Shohei Ohtani is going to be in the league, then he'll be the MVP every year. Like, that is the only reason that Aaron Judge is going to get it. I mean, yes, he did hit 62 home runs. It's really awesome. But Shohei Ohtani is the MVP of the league.
Okay. Shohei Ohtani is also my MVP.
Yes.
Shohei Ohtani. Yes. So MVP for the Astros, however, I'm going to give that to the heart and soul of this team. Our short king, who we want to enjoy internally, Jose Altuve.
Yes.
Because really, I mean, the way Jose goes, the team goes, right? And so it's Jose Altuve. And mainly because the rest of the league hates him. No, I take that back. I take that back. The rest of the league's fan bases are not fans.
Which he's literally like
the nicest guy ever.
The heart of Houston. He is the heart of Houston. Like, I would die for Jose Altuve. I literally love Jose Altuve.
Yes. Yes. So, Jose Altuve, MVP for the Astros. Shohei Ohtani, MVP for the league. 1,000%.
I think we can both agree there.
Yes.
We did agree there. Justin Verlander came in a close second for me, though.
That is true. Wait, did we not do pitchers?
We did not
do. Did we not do? Okay, that's okay. Next award, Shelby.
My sleeper pick. When my sleeper pick for MLB, I think he's not really a sleeper when you hear the name, but he just very quietly accomplished a feat, and I don't think anybody realized that he did it. So my sleeper is Mike Trout. Okay. Did you know that Mike Trout hit 40 home runs this year?
I did know
And
that.
a .999 OPS.
And he missed how many games?
I don't even know, but he just like so quietly under the radar had a unbelievable season. He hit like 280 something with 40 bombs. That's totally my sleeper.
With
and
a
it was
career-ending back injury, apparently. So, you know.
Yeah, so Mike Trout was my sleeper pick.
Okay. So my sleeper pick was a pitcher. And it's Christian Javier.
Yes.
I don't know why more people don't know about him. Maybe because he's with the Astros, and maybe that's why he's not getting the attention he deserves. What's up, Ben Bun?
Hi, buddy. Our YouTube listeners, my pet rabbit is like all up in my business right now. So I'm just going to give him some brief attention as we're doing the pod.
Go see, because he's adorable. He's adorbs. And I realize that we're a baseball podcast, but you know what? I'm going to say the word adorable as it relates to baseball and bunnies, okay? I also got called out for that too, so I'll explain that later, but I got called out a lot this week. Anyways, so Christian Javier seriously is quietly putting together a 25.1 innings pitched, like no hit, no runs. No, I'm like, cool. Christian Javier. All right. Like y'all just sleep on Christian Javier. And then when he no hit your ass, I guess, surprise, here's our fifth best pitcher that just no hit you. Cool. And so Christian Javier, sir, I'm sorry that you're getting slept on. You are my sleeper pick for the Astros. Let's see, who's my sleeper pick for the league? Sleeper pick for the league.
While you think, I'll do my sleeper pick for the Stros. I definitely agree with you. But my sleeper pick was Chas McCormick. And simply because when Chas goes out there, we don't expect him to do any more or any less than what he provides. But he always lives up to the expectation. Like I don't know what it is, but us fans have an expectation for Chas, and it's not really much of one, but we know he's going to like compete and he's going to perform. So
this is true. I think my sleeper pick for the league is Manny Machado.
I
think it is.
I like it.
And I think he has that like bad boy reputation. I guess he was not a good teammate for a while. I don't know. But I think he has grown up. And I say that he's young. I mean, in the whole scale of things, he's, but I think he has matured, and I think he really is that captain of the Padres.
And I think too, I think we've really seen him step up with the Fernando Tatis drama. Like like as soon as he had his stupid little injury before the season even started, like Manny Machado became an entirely different leader. So good pick. I like it.
For sure. So third baseman for the Padres, Manny Machado. You are my sleeper pick.
Let's go into two fun categories, right? So
let's do it.
As we're sitting here talking about these categories that we're gonna do, I remember obviously I thought we were talking about the league, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have to do best facial hair. I love good facial hair. Like Brian Wilson's beard is like forever one of my favorite like icons ever. Dallas Keuchel's beard. My best facial hair this year, I went with a simple one, is Matt Carpenter's mustache. Like, there is so much power in Matt Carpenter's mustache, and I get such, like, Wade Boggs mustache vibes. I love it. So, that was my pick for best facial hair.
Okay. I will probably have to go with, I don't know, I feel like it's a tie for the league between Dylan Cease and Spencer Strider.
I knew you were gonna. I figured you were gonna go with Strider.
I think it's a tie because they both have that ridiculous soup strainer Ned Flanders looking thing on their face. Okay. I don't. Brandon Marsh's beard is.
It's so dirty looking. Like I just can't get over the dirty. Now I like when the beards are like, you can tell they're obviously like trimmed and taken care of, but Brandon Marsh just grows that shit. Like he just grows it. Like I feel like there's like no care in it. It's just
That's so funny. And I think my best facial hair for the Astros is probably Ryan Stanek.
For sure.
Definitely Ryan Stanek. Cutest Baby Award also goes to you, Ryan Stanek and Jess.
Yes. Definitely cutest baby.
Yes, for sure. Okay. What was our next category?
The best drip.
Best drip.
Best drip. So I have a number one pick for best drip, and I have an honorable mention. And my honorable mention was because of a situation. So my best drip in Major League Baseball goes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. You can't. Iconic. Okay, the glasses, iconic. Like I follow Jazz Chisholm on Instagram, and the dude has hella drip.
That is true.
My honorable mention, okay, and this is because of simply because of the All-Star Game red carpet outfit, the suit, is Starling Marte. Starling Marte showed up to the All-Star Game in like a coral pinkish suit with no shirt under. Huge chain, no shirt. I'm here for it.
But I mean, if you were built like Starling Marte,
you can do whatever you want. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. I don't even know why he had the suit jacket. I'm just saying.
Magic Mike.
I'm telling you what. That's what should have happened.
He could probably do some Magic Mike stuff because they're doing a lot of ass grabbing in the Mets dugout these days. So that was a whole handful. That was under the crease.
That was not just like a little like tapping, but yeah. For those who did not see this, Buck Showalter, okay, so if you've never watched a baseball game in your entire life, if you've never watched any sporting event in your entire life, apparently it is the tradition that when you show each other what a good job you are doing, you pat each other on the butt. Weird. Totally weird, but apparently in sports it's a thing, right? So good job, pat on the butt. It's not a whole handful of ass cheek. But Buck Showalter, manager of the Mets, wanted to really show Jacob deGrom that he was doing a ass-tastic job, and just a whole handful. It was impressive. It was impressive. So that's, yeah.
Who's your best drip for the Astros?
My best drip for the Astros probably is gonna have to go to Fromber.
Oh, yeah.
Also because of the All-Star Game.
Not the hair.
Not the hair. But definitely the drip though. And my honorable mention for that, Lance McCullers.
For sure. I liked the awards segment. I want to let you know, I really thought about this very hard all week. So I was very excited to talk about this. And I'm also really excited to talk about postseason baseball.
Yes. Let's get into it. Let's start.
Wild cards. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so before we start, I put out my predictions for the wild card, and I will say that I was wrong on 90% of them. 90% of them, I was wrong.
Yes.
But I did have the Guardians. I did have the Guardians winning.
The young guys.
I did have the Guardians winning.
Did you know the Guardians, 17 of the players of their roster made their MLB debut this year? 17.
Yes. That is crazy talk.
I can't. Miles Straw goes back to New York. I can't freaking wait.
Inject that into my fucking veins,
into my
bro.
veins. Like every Astros fan should be watching this, and I can't wait.
1,000%. 1,000% cannot wait for Miles Straw to throw down, apparently, because I wholeheartedly believe that the Guardians are going to beat the Yankees.
I can see it happening. Like the
only way.
The guys are having fun. Tristan McKenzie threw a wonderful game the other night, but the young guys are having fun. They're not even expected to be here. They're just having fun and playing baseball.
Yep. But seriously though, that second game, 15 innings? Are you kidding me? 15 innings?
I just want to apologize. I want to apologize to anybody that doesn't have dark humor, because I saw the funniest tweet, and it was like the pitching staffs for the Guardians and the Rays made a bet on whoever gives up a run first has to make a donation to a charity that they don't support. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is terrible. But I laughed so hard.
I mean, I was expecting a low scoring game. 1,000%. I was expecting a low scoring game. But 15 innings, 0-1. Are you kidding me? That's hand to God, I would have never, ever in a million years would have thought that it would have gone to 15 freaking innings.
Not
so
at
that game lasted almost 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And they tacked on all of the time that they saved from game 1 onto game 2. That's what they did. Because game 2 lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes. Because it was a pitching duel between freaking Shane Bieber and Shane McClanahan, and just the Jose's scored. So
I do have a question for you. This was all over Twitter, so I kind of want to get your opinion. Would you rather see an offensive explosion, like when the Blue Jays and the Mariners? Or would you rather see a pitcher's duel? What do you want to watch?
Hold on. Are the Astros playing? Are the Astros? If it's Astros, I want to watch a explosion. I want to watch an Astros offensive explosion. That's what I would like to watch.
This is in general.
I still think I want an offensive explosion.
I agree. Yeah.
I think I want that. Because while a pitcher's duel is super nice, impressive, it's not as exciting.
No, it's not as exciting, but that doesn't take away that it's like a good game. Like that was a great game, like a great baseball game, like literally an unforgettable game. But it's really hard to sit there and watch nothing happen for 5 hours.
That sixth inning, man, that sixth inning. Ooh. How are you? I say, how are you? I know because we've done this. How are you going to leave bases loaded, no outs? And Jason Adam, tip of my cap to you, sir, for getting that. Words failed me. I literally expected J-Ram to do something.
And he did.
He struck out.
Yeah, I was ready for it to bust open at that point. I'm pretty sure after that, I think I ended up turning it off. But
I literally sat there and was in shock that it went 15 freaking innings, and then Corey Kluber.
I could not believe when I saw it. When I went and checked the score because we were on our way. We were getting ready. I checked the score and it was like LP Kluber, and I was like, what? Out of all the people to give it up, I would have never, ever, ever in my life guessed Corey Kluber.
Yeah. So that was a crazy game. What game do you want to talk about next, Shelby?
Let's talk about the Cards.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Cards. Aaron Nola. What a time to show up, man.
I was not expecting it. And I obviously do not watch the Cards or the Phillies enough. Don't.
So let's talk about the Saturday game to where the Phillies advance. Okay. The Cards get shut out. They get 4 hits. The big dogs are not eaten. I think Albert Pujols hit a single. Arenado had 6 Ks in the series or something crazy. Your big dogs have to show up at this time, and nobody showed up.
Nobody showed up. Goldschmidt.
Goldie didn't show up. The big dogs did not come to eat. But I expected a little retaliation after their game 1. I expected them to come back with a little bit of grit. Because I was tweeting you. I was like, "Are you watching?" I don't even remember what I sent you, but I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, So I was coming home from dance class for one of the girls, and so I watched.
Hey, you don't have to lie to the pod. We all know you got a dance class during the week.
Not for me. I mean. Look, I can twerk with the best of that. No, I'm just kidding. I can't twerk. But no. So one of the girls had dance, and so I was listening to the end of the freaking 15 inning game. Mm-hmm. But when I came home, and I was like, "What do you mean? What is this game? What?" And then just watched that last inning just melt. The wheels fucking fell off, and I was like, what are you talking about? And I watched that game and had that umpire freaking call that the one strike call that he called the ball on I think it was Bryson Stott. The inning would have been over. And he would not have hit that little gapper to Tommy Edman that Tommy Edman missed. And then, 2 more scored after that?
It was, something 1? Like that. It was, my thing is they had a 3-run lead, and they bring in Ryan Helsley, who is fresh off an injury, and literally has, numbness in his fingers.
Well, but the 8th inning, he was fine, though. 8th inning, he was fine.
I was baffled. But what the Arenado error is what that kind of put the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, this is bad. That's when I was finally like, oh, this is bad.
He makes that. I have seen him make way more miraculous plays during the season, and I'm all
he's probably, besides Alex Bregman, my favorite third baseman in the leagues. And when I saw him fumble that, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know who has the Cardinals voodoo doll, but
they were not about it. They were not about it. And also, can I just say how happy I am for Garrett Stubbs?
Oh my gosh, did you see his locker room celebration?
Yes.
The ultimate hype man.
I'm so happy for Garrett Stubbs. So happy. Freaking love Garrett Stubbs.
But the Phillies showed up. Harper with the bomb. the Phillies showed up, and deservedly so, they advanced.
So Phillies now go on to face the Braves.
The Braves.
The Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, they're not getting out of that one.
It's going to be tough. Well, what's going to be really interesting for me, and I think it's going to be, see if this plays a factor, is the 5-day rest. So the Phillies are coming off a high of their first playoff win since like 2000 something like.
Yeah, they were the second longest drought.
Right. So I mean, like, they're riding a kind of a high right now, and the Braves have been off for 5 days. So it's like, I don't know. I'm very interested.
Yeah, but I still don't trust behind Wheeler and Nola, who they got.
Yeah, no, nobody.
Like
nobody.
the 2 games, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Good point. Who? Let's see. What's the the other one's going on right now.
Right.
I think San Diego's gonna win.
San Diego is gonna win. So for those that are not on Twitter 24/7 like we are, apparently Joe Musgrove pitched a gem tonight, and his spin rate was up tremendously.
A lot.
Markedly, a lot.
And it's like the highest it's ever been in like the last 5 months or something. Like, he was like 200 revolutions above his average. Like, it was crazy.
So in the top of the 5th, top of the 6th?
Yeah, I think it was the 5th, 6th, something like that.
Bottom of the 6th. Buck Showalter calls for a substance check. And if you watch the San Diego Mets game, you could see that Joe Musgrove's ears are quite shiny.
Yes.
Quite shiny, right? So apparently it's a conspiracy and all the fun stuff. And they were thinking that there was something on his ears to help spin rate and all that fun stuff, right? They go out, the umpires go check him, and there's nothing. They check his ears, they literally checked his ears, y'all. Like, the umpire had to go and feel his ears. So we now have head massages and caressing of the ears. I don't know what's going to be next, but they checked his ears. They didn't find anything. They checked his glove. They didn't find anything. Checked all of the things. Didn't find anything. And apparently Andrew McCutchen plays for the Brewers. On Twitter is saying that he guarantees that Joe Musgrove has Red Hot on his ears.
Wait, I don't understand, but do you, if you're going to put Red Hot on your ears so that you can clear the mechanism and
I don't know. I just apparently, so obviously I have the athletic ability of a gnat. You have not witnessed it, but I can tell you, I can vouch for myself, right? So I don't know. I've never put Red Hot on any of my body parts, but apparently it burns like a son of a bitch. Apparently it hurts a lot. And people say that you put it on to hype yourself up, essentially. Like, you've got...
I guess it maybe the same effect of a smelling salt, you smell the smelling salt and you get real jacked. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, obviously, because I'm a rare athletic specimen. But apparently that's what Andrew McCutchen is saying. I don't know what Joe Musgrove is on. All I know is that if you, Joe Musgrove, do not feel that you earned that 2017 World Series ring, you can just send it on back, sir.
Yeah, no shit. I'm sitting here and watching his post-game interview, and his ears don't look as
inflamed. Did he did he get them wiped down or something?
So, like, he doesn't even look like he's sweating anymore. I mean, like, I know he was out of the game, but, like, I didn't expect him to, like, not be sweating.
I don't know. There was
interesting. But yeah, no, my thing was, what the fuck are the Mets doing putting Edwin Diaz in the 7th inning in game 2? When, with a lead and outside of their starters and Edwin Diaz, they don't have
a bullpen.
And we're going to burn him in 3 innings in game 2. And then they come up they score like 5 runs, and he sits down for like 45 minutes and has to go back out there and throw. I'm like,
yeah. Well, and then Adam Ottavino, Lord Adam Ottavino scared me. Scared me last night. I was like, please do not waste that. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? But apparently Joe Musgrove was too much for the Mets. So the San Diego Padres go and they get to meet the Dodgers for the 94th time this season.
Jesus Christ. No kidding. No kidding.
So,
do you think they're saying the F word as soon as they get out of the locker room? You gotta at least have. It's tough. That's tough. But again, they're riding a high. I don't know who picked. Did you pick the Padres to beat the Mets?
I did not. I did not pick the Padres to beat the Mets. I picked like 94% of the rest of the world who thought the 1-2 punch of Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom, y'all picked a hell of a time to become human.
No kidding.
Let me tell you what. Like, I'm sorry, Max Scherzer, you allowed how many home runs? 4? Words escaped me.
I could not believe it.
So I was really interested to see if they would come out and say that he was playing through something, because there's no way that, you know, peak Max Scherzer is going to give up freaking 4 home runs. Are you kidding me?
Like, he doesn't have postseason experience, you know. Like, it was just, that was crazy. I was shocked. I think everybody else was, obviously, too. So,
and so I saw someone on Twitter say, "Where was this Max Scherzer in 2019?" I was like, "That's true."
No kidding. No kidding. Last wild card game.
Do we have to talk about it?
We're going to talk about it.
Fine, Shelby. Talk about your second favorite fucking team.
You know, you talk about my hat collection, right?
Do you have it?
We have the Seattle Mariners. I got this at the stadium. The Washington University colors. So, Toronto choked really bad on Saturday. Really, really, really bad. Alex Manoah looked phenomenal. Like, phenomenal. Loved it. 8-1. I was like, I'm going to shut it off. Then they come back and won 10-9. The Mariners came back and won 10-9.
No, that was Kevin Gausman's game. Alek Manoah was the first game. I was like, wait, no, Alek Manoah. I was not expecting Alek Manoah to give up home runs.
Mm-mm.
But then again, I wasn't expecting him to hit Julio Rodriguez either. So,
but game 1, Luis Castillo was
freaking shoved.
Filthy, like 100, 101, in on the hands, breaking. I mean, the only person I really think of when I'm thinking of Seattle's rotation is Robbie Ray, obviously. But Luis Castillo came out and was like, "I'm here, bitches.
Nah, son, watch this." Yeah.
But
that's, I mean, the Mariners, that's what they signed Luis Castillo for, right? Like, they signed him to be that, sorry, Robbie Ray, that number 1.
Mm-hmm. He showed it.
And he showed it. And apparently he loves fishing. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. Did you find this on his Instagram or his wife's
I did
Instagram?
not. I did not find this on his Instagram. I don't remember where I heard this. I think I heard. I consume a lot of baseball content. I listen to a lot of baseball podcasts, and I want to say I heard it on some other like baseball podcast.
Interesting.
But it was still like when he was with the Reds. But apparently, like when he came over to Seattle, they're like, have you found anything that you like to do? Do you, what? And through an interpreter, he's like, I like to fish. They're like, wait, what? He's like, I don't. He's like, I don't go and party. I don't. I want to go hang out with my wife and I go fish. I was like, go on with your bad self, Luis Castillo. Don't get yourself in trouble. Hell yeah, man. So yeah. So Luis Castillo freaking shoved, and I'm sure that the Jays were like, oh my god, thank you. Anyone but Luis Castillo, right?
Literally. But Saturday, so obviously, I didn't expect the Mariners to come out. Like, in Toronto, no, not one bit of me expected the Mariners to advance. So they get game one, and I'm like, okay. Like, no way they get game two, right? I'll be damned.
And the fact that like they chased Robbie Ray out of the freaking game. Okay, he lasted what, like three and a third, 3 2/3 innings,
something like that. Not very much, yeah.
And then they bring in their freaking closer, like Paul Sewald. What are you doing here in the 4th or 5th inning? What's happening right now? And he didn't freaking have it.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. So I thought, okay, 8-1, y'all got it. What are we doing here? And then Kevin Gausman loads the bases with singles, and I felt bad for Kevin Gausman. I felt real bad for Kevin Gausman because he sat for a while, right? And Kevin Gausman goes out, and they bring in frickin' Tim Mesa. Tim Mesa is going to be the worst baseball trivia question freaking ever.
Probably.
So not only does he give up Aaron Judge's 61st home run, but he starts that whole freaking slew of runs on Kevin Gausman's line. Tim Mesa, you need to hide, sir. Okay, I don't know what happened, or what I don't know. I don't know, because
he pulled in a Aroldis Chapman and skipped workout and went back home.
Oh my gosh! I felt so bad. And I was like, please, why? For the love of poodles, just no, stop it, Tim Mesa.
Obviously they're gonna face up with the Astros, so the obviously massive Astros fan in me is like, we bullied the Mariners all year long. We play really well at home, so there's really no excuse we shouldn't win this in 4 or 5 games. But then I'm like, the Mariners are pulling shit out of their ass right now.
They are.
Like, here, okay, so I have to tell you this unbelievable stat. So Cal Riley, I'm obsessed with Cal Riley right now, right? There's 4 Mariners that have gotten on base 4 times in a playoff game. Okay? Edgar Martinez, Jay Buhner, Alex Rodriguez, and Cal Riley. You are elite, and the most elite. Now, I'll save that for my favorites, but elite nickname, elite. So pull it out. I hope Springer's good too. I hope he's okay. That was terrifying.
That was the nail in the freaking coffin. That was the nail in the freaking coffin, because after that whole, so what? Kevin Gausman gets pulled. Tim Mesa comes in and spikes a pitch. Run comes across. It's 8-2. That's fine. We can y'all can come back from that, right? Then he freaking did he hit somebody else, or was it a single? Or did he walk him? No, Carlos Santana hit the freaking 3-run home run then.
Yes.
I'm dumb. So Carlos Santana hits the 3-run home run, and now it's 5-8, and now you're a little iffy, but it's still manageable, right? Like, you can do it. And then J.P. Crawford freaking comes up and just bloop single into the Bermuda Triangle, and Bo Bichette and George Springer. It was freaking scary.
It was scary. Like it's always scary. Like as soon as I saw Springer go to dive and kind of ball up because he saw Bichette, that's when I knew. I was like, oh, it's gonna be bad. Like, but apparently, I mean, I was glad to see him when he was carted off the field. I wasn't glad to see him carted off the field, but he started to kind of pump up everybody and all that kind of stuff. So that was a really good sign.
But you could tell he was concussed. Between that and his freaking wrist, Luis Castillo freaking hitting his wrist. Okay, like, I mean, we all know, right? Like, we all know.
But
that's what I'm most afraid of. So I need all of the Astros players. I need you to wear your elbow pads. I need you to wear your wrist pads. I need you to wear your freaking knee pads, shin guards.
Make sure you wear a cup too, guys. Wear a cup.
Okay, all of it, because apparently they don't give a fuck.
No,
they're not. Diego Castillo's just gonna freaking bean you in the fucking head. Like and I'm gonna put it out here right now. When the bench is clear, not if, when the bench is clear, I need y'all to watch Trey Mancini. Trey wants all the fucking smoke.
Can't wait.
They're gonna throw down.
Oh, for sure.
Benches are gonna fucking clear, and I
think it will too. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. And it is gonna be Minute Maid's gonna be a brutal place to play for any team that shows up in the playoffs.
Oh my god, it's.
So yeah.
Do we think who's your game one starter for the Mariners?
Game one starter?
Who do you think the Mariners are going to start? Because Astros have already announced it's JV for us, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, why would it not be JV? Let's see. It's tough. I want to say Castillo, but it's not a lot of rest. I'd probably go Gilbert.
I think it's going to be Gilbert. I don't think they're gonna start Luis Castillo on short rest.
No, I don't either. So yeah, I'm gonna go Gilbert.
So it'll be interesting to see Gilbert line up with JV, and then so it's game one, then day off, then game 2, and apparently Lance's split road and home splits and Fromber's road and home splits are crazy.
Really?
Yes. Hell. Apparently Lance McCullers home splits
well on the road. He doesn't throw well, does he?
No. Yeah. His opponent ERA is in the 4s or something. Stupid.
I feel like I knew that.
And then and then Fromber throws like shit at home. I mean, I say shit.
Yeah.
Fromber, with his 93 quality starts, doesn't throw well at home, or doesn't throw as well as he does on the road. So
I can see that.
I was thinking that it was going to be Fromber that was going to get the game 2 start, but it may be Lance that gets the game 2 start, and then Fromber gets the game 3 start.
Yeah,
in Seattle. So I think it'll be Lance for our game 2, and I'm thinking they'll probably throw Castillo for game 2, and then throw who's going to be there? Will it be Robbie Ray? Will it be Robbie Ray at home?
Yeah.
against Fromber?
Oh, a little sound. I mean, yeah. I mean, probably.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. So, but the Cleveland goes and plays the Yankees.
I hope they take it. Oh my gosh, I hope they take it so bad.
If the Yankees out homer him though, because that's the only way they're going to win because the Yankees ain't going to manufacture runs.
Right. I hope they take it.
Okay. So that's our wild card wrap up.
It's going to be exciting. I think with the days off and everybody riding the momentum, I think the momentum is it's anybody's ball game right now. I really do. I think it's I don't know. Not a lot of people have these people moving on.
I mean, momentum or not, I mean the Astros are going to win.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to steamroll the Mariners, but I think we're going to win.
Yes.
So,
what do you have? Do you have it? What do you think? 4 games? 5 games?
I think it's going to be 5.
Think it's gonna be 5? I think it's gonna be 5.
I think it's going to be 5. I think Astros in 5. What's your prediction for Cleveland and New York?
Probably gonna say Yankees in 4.
You think Yankees are going to beat Cleveland?
I don't want it to. I don't want it to at all.
Okay.
I need Cleveland to win.
I think it's going to be Cleveland. I think it's going to be Cleveland in 5.
Cleveland in 5? If it is Cleveland, I think it'll be Cleveland in 6 or 7.
Okay.
I love
it. Braves and Phillies.
Braves in 3. Braves in 3.
No, I think Phillies will take 1. You know?
Wait, are we in 5? We're in 5 games, aren't we?
5 games.
Oh shit! I don't think it was 7. It's not till the next one. So yeah, I think it'll be Yankees in 4. If Cleveland wins, Cleveland will win in 5.
Yeah.
And then Braves in 3.
You don't think Phillies will take 1? You think Braves are going to win all? You think they're going to sweep the Phillies?
I do.
Interesting. Okay. I think it's going to be Phillies I think it's going to be Braves in 4.
Phillies? You think in 4? It's hard. It's so hard to make predictions like this with the rest days in there. Like,
yeah,
I think that's what makes it so hard for me. Like, if there was a no rest day between the travel day, then absolutely I would say Phillies in 4 or something like that, or Braves in 4. But with the rest days and stuff, I think that's kind of gives.
Okay. All right. Dodgers in 3.
Dodgers. You think the Dodgers are going to sweep the Dodgers? You know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna give San Diego the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna go Dodgers in 4. Oh man!
Oh Lord!
With the help of Red Hot.
Red Hot. Man, fuck Joe Musgrove. I did not realize that Yu Darvish was 6'5".
I didn't either.
I thought Yu Darvish was like 6'2" or something.
Yes.
I'm like, what? I was not aware that Yu Darvish was 6'5".
Is it because you've never seen a tall Asian?
That too. No, I'm just kidding. I have seen tall Asians.
No, but I really thought he was like 6'2", 6'3". And then his
Yeah.
son is like a really good ball player too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to wrap up with some of my favorite things?
Yes.
Jordan's favorite player. Okay, did you see MLB put out an article about him the other day? They did an interview
I
with
did
him.
not.
So they did an
Tell
interview
me.
with Jordan. They did an interview with Jordan Alvarez, and one of the questions was, like growing up, did you have somebody that you admired and looked up to? Because obviously in Cuba, baseball is like life. And he literally came out and was basically, this is just to sum up his quote, like he didn't have a favorite player. Like he was his own favorite player, and he wanted to basically be the best ever.
Stop it. That is awesome.
And I was like, I am not surprised. It's really good.
Amazing.
Yeah, take the time to go read it. It was a solid little article. He talks about how it took them a time to make his deal and all that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome.
So yeah,
I heard something about Cuba and Yandy Diaz when they were talking about the Rays, and I don't remember if it was the Cleveland broadcast or if it was the Rays broadcast that I was listening to, but they were where they were saying something about Yandy Diaz and about how he was jailed 2 different times in Cuba for trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And he was jailed like 21 days or something, like each time. The last time that he escaped, he was on a life raft. And he was seeing sharks and stuff go by on his life raft until they floated into the Dominican or something, and into Dominican waters or something like that. I was like, I'm sorry, what now? And the announcer was like, yeah, and so, so for him, this baseball is it's just a game, because he's literally been in way more serious situations.
Oh my gosh. I'm writing this down because I want to read it.
I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. So I needed to go back and like look up Yandy Diaz's story. But I mean, all of these, Latin players that basically go through all of these hardships and stuff to play this game
in America.
Yeah, just mind-boggling, and
you have no idea like what they've been through either, at all.
Not a clue.
Okay, so so that I don't shed a tear talking about the hardships of some of our favorite players, because it will make me sad. Let's pick it up a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple. I guess it was probably around episode like 3 or 4. Where we were talking about Mookie Betts, because Mookie Betts was mic'd up, and I told you, I was like, "Did you know that Mookie Betts bowls?" Mookie Betts turned 30 this weekend, and he bowled his first perfect game.
That's awesome!
Birthday. So, congratulations, Mookie Betts. I think that is like probably my number 1 favorite baseball player hobby, is that Mookie Betts bowls. I love that.
That is hysterical. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he bowled it, I think, this morning. So, birthday festivities on Saturday, wake up, and Sunday morning, bowl a perfect game.
That's amazing.
My favorite nickname of all time goes to Cal Riley. What is it, like the big dumpster or something?
The big dumper. Big dumper.
Dumper.
Big dumper.
How can a commentator go through the game and try to discuss this? He's got a big butt. He's got a big butt.
And they asked Scott Service, why? What is this nickname? And Scott Service just said, have you seen him?
The big dumper. Like, we've had the big hurt with Frank Thomas, but we have the big dumper with
Cal Raleigh. Yeah.
So as I was listening to it, and I was like, what? What is his nickname? And then my last favorite thing this week is the rally shoe. So, for those of you that haven't been following on social media, during Saturday's game with the Mariners and the Blue Jays, obviously the game was in Toronto, but in Seattle they had a watch party in the stadium. And in I believe it was the 8th inning, there is a man that put a Birkenstock sandal on the top of his head, and the Mariners exploded. Exploded. Their offense exploded. They started scoring a bunch of runs. Others start to follow. They're putting shoes on their head. The rally shoe is now in the Mariners Hall of Fame. So Seattle is weird. Seattle has Broccoli Guy, and now Seattle has the rally shoe. Birkenstocks are about to start selling like crazy.
And I say this as an avid Birkenstock wearer. Okay. I legitimately have tan lines on my feet from my Birkenstocks because it's the only shoe that I wear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And even I found the frickin' rally frickin' Birkenstock stupid AF.
It was pretty dumb. But yeah, it is now in the Mariners Hall of Fame. Do you think it has an MLB authenticated sticker on it now?
Probably. Probably.
I wonder if the rally shoe will make it to Cooperstown.
Oh, Jesus. No.
I can tell by the look on your face that you're tired of my BS today.
No, I'm tired of freaking rally shoes and freaking Mariners.
So that was
let me just end with this, because I know how passionate baseball fans are for their team, and I know how passionate people are. So I'm gonna just give this warning out. Bird app is gonna be fucking heated next week. And I just need y'all to know that you are literally fighting with strangers. They're trolls, y'all. So don't fight with strangers on the interwebs, because it is not worth your sanity. It is not worth your time. And like my mama always told me, if I wasn't willing to say it to someone's face, then I probably shouldn't fucking say it. So,
preach.
Don't start Twitter fights, y'all. Okay? Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to fight with random strangers on the interwebs. Don't do it.
I can't wait for you to get heated.
Oh, I'm going to get heated. I'm going to get heated.
I'm going to go make a fake Twitter, and I'm going to tweet Bourbon and Baseball, and I'm just going to troll the shit out of our
You would too, jackass. Here's the thing, though. You think that I can't take a punch, but I will say some shit. So anything that I put online, I am 1000% willing to say it to someone's face. So if I get heated, I will literally say it to their face. But I feel like a lot of people, that's not what they're gonna do. That's not what they're gonna do. Yes. So I'm gonna end it with that. Usually we end it on a much happier note, but I'm gonna end it with that. Don't fight with strangers on the internet, y'all. So, but also, Mariners suck. Let's go, Stros! Shelby's like, wait, did I just hear that properly? You did. You did. Cheers.
You already know who I'm rolling with. It's H-Town till I die, no matter what. So
whatever, Shelby. Whatever. Secretly, deep down, you will be excited if Seattle wins.
I will not, because the Astros are going to win the World Series. So
this is true. So, thanks guys for sticking with us in this wrap-up episode while we discuss the wild cards and awards. You can find us on all of the socials: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Like I said, we have 21 subscribers on YouTube. Can't tell me nothing now. I I will put all of our information down in the show notes. So thank you again so much for listening and interacting with us on the socials, and give us a like, give us a review, rate us, but really only like 5 stars or really good reviews, because again, I am a sensitive little flower that cannot take any sort of criticism. So with that, I will say goodnight, and we will see you guys next week.
Go
Bye, y'all.
Stros.
Go Stros.